Good morning, everyone.
Yeah. And it hurts. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna grab that roller just like you guys did on Monday, and I'm gonna have you guys come down to the kneeling position, okay? And you're gonna take that roller and we're gonna put it long ways. Okay, here we go. All right. So we will revisit this in a little bit. So trying to connect here as well. This will be a stretch, but I want you to feel here. Okay, so you're kneeling quadruped, right? Your heel of the hand on the roller, pushing down into that apex. Pull your shoulders down, okay? Now roll the roller away and just let it slide up the arms, drop the chest, push, push, push into that roller, kind of trying to arch the back, and then try to curl as much as you can with pressure into the roller as you pull it back, tucking the chin, pulling the belly up, lengthening the spine again, push it away. So the more you press into the roller, the more connection to the lats, right? And exhale. So you might want to warm those up too. Do some of that later. Pull the shoulders down. Let's go for 2. Press away. Drop the chest. Open up those shoulders. My back is cracking. Round and come in. Okay, pause here. So we're going to go into a rotation stretch. So you're going to take your hand to the center. And you're going to, kind of like the karate chop, right? Take the other hand behind the pelvis. Press it away, and as you press out, you've got pressure in that roller. You're going to rotate away from that arm that's stretching away. Drop that shoulder down, maybe looking up to that top shoulder, and then come back to center, pull it, and we'll go one more time. So pressure in the roller as much as you feel like you can handle, and if you have the shoulder issues, just be careful. Yes. And you know, sometimes, by the way, stretching will make you sore.
Yeah.
So it really does. So yeah, sorry. Switch arms, center, kind of karate chopping, and push out, rotate away, looking maybe up to that back higher shoulder, and round and tuck will go out one more time. Press. Reach, reach, reach. Drop that shoulder. Try to get into that sideline stretch, and pull it in. We're going to take that roller and we're going to bring it long ways on your mat. Okay, we're just stretching here, so don't get worried. We're not getting into abs. Okay, so the deal is the tailbone goes to the end. You guys did this a little on Monday, so you know how to get there. Just be careful. The tailbone is hard to get on. And then you're going to roll down. So as you roll down, the head is supported. Okay, so I'm going to widen my feet a little bit. All right, and I'm going to feel the roller right down the center of my spine, and I've got a neutral spine here, okay? So I'm going to open my arms to a wide T position and let my shoulders open, let my chest open. Maybe you guys that did Monday is feeling a little, well, stretching is good. Okay, so as we're here, I'm going to have you reach away, reach those fingers opposite of each other. Your shoulders are wrapped around that roller or shoulder blade arm. And exhale, pull those palms together up to the ceiling, and then just bring them together here. So you're kind of pointing up to the ceiling. You're going to bring shoulders up, reach up to the ceiling, rounding that upper back, keeping the arms straight. You're going to pull the shoulders, wrap the shoulder blades around that roller, and really try to squeeze them into the roller, and then slide them up. So you're doing retraction here of your shoulder blades, and we're trying to get kind of control of that movement, and reach up, rounding that upper back, and then pull the shoulders down and pause right here. So I'm squeezing into the roller, my belly is tight, and I'm going to open those arms again, wrapping my shoulder blades around the roller. I'm going to reach away with my fingers opposite of each other. Okay. And keeping the palms up, we're going to bring the arms long beside us, okay, and just rest. So our arms can be bent, elbows can be bent. So my feet are wide for stability. We're going to bridge up here, okay? Just for a stretch. So on an inhale, your shoulders are kind of open, right? Exhale, imprint that kind of lower middle back. Pull the belly into that roller, and then peel yourself up. Oh. So as you come up, remember, you're trying to keep that pelvis tipped, almost like the pubic bone is up to the ceiling. And then you're going to take the inhale, and every bone in that vertebrae comes down one at a time. And you're trying to find every bone. Come back to neutral. Take an inhale, Exhale, imprint that low back, pull the belly down, heel up one more time. Lifting as you come up, remember, pull the heels toward the shoulders, reach the knees over the toes and roll it down. We'll do one more. Roll yourself up, pull the belly deep, squeeze into the butt, hamstrings pushing into those heels, roll it. All right, I'm gonna have you guys slide off your roller. I'm gonna go to the right, just tip off that roller. And I am going to take my roller. We're gonna lay down here. We're on our back, our knees are bent, okay? I'm gonna have you take the roller and we're gonna place it underneath. So if you bend your knees, pull them in, you can bring that roller around to the bottom of the feet and then listen to all the noise, which is fine. All right, so from here, I want you to roll that roller away. And I want it to the back side of the ankle. So right above the heel. So you have that little curve of the Achilles on that roller. Okay. We're not going to move the roller. We're going to do a roll up here. So arms are reaching. Remember that shoulder retraction. So pull those shoulders to the mat and then take that inhale. As you exhale, the arms are going to start to lower. The chin is going to come to the chest. And as soon as your chin is tucked, lift to the toes. Pull the belly in. Roll yourself up and sit up tall. And you can use your elbows if you need to. It's fine. Sit up tall. Exhale, look how quick I am. And roll it down. So looking at the toes, pulling the belly in, pulling the ribs in, pull that, tuck the belly to the spine. Yeah. Arms come up to the ceiling. Remember those shoulders, pull them down. On an inhale to prepare. Exhale, chin to chest. Reach for those toes. Pull the belly in. Use your elbows to come up and climb. All right, we're going to add on. All right, ready? Same thing. Roller under those ankles. We're going to sit up tall. Okay. We're going to lift one leg up. Use your belly. Okay. As you roll down, that leg is going to stay hovering. Oh, this is going to be fun. And arms up to the ceiling, shoulders down. Take that inhale, keeping that leg hovering. Exhale. Roll it up, roll it up. It's not bad. We have some newbies in class today. Opposite leg, lift it up, curl it back. Use your forearms, come down to the elbow. Keeping that leg hovering. You're gonna exhale, tuck the chin, hold the belly, curl it up, and set that foot down. Here we go. We're going to stretch our hamstrings. So you got to put both feet back on the roller. You're going to sit up top. Slide those shoulders down, lengthen, pull the belly in, curl yourself back, and pause. Okay, so step those shoulders down, suck the belly in, lift one leg up, lower it down, lift the other leg up, lower it down. Have fun. Don't worry about how high it goes. Use the breath, and I want you to feel like that leg is just kind of floating. You're using that belly, stay out of that low back, really curl. Yes. I know. Good. Land on the left one and roll it. Job. That was your warm up.
Oh,
Take your. All right. So we're going to stay down here. We're going to pull the right knee in toward our chest and really pull it in tight. Keep it in line with that hip. You're going to stretch the leg up to the ceiling. Pull the hip down. Take that inhale. Walk yourself up to the back side. If you want to look up to the leg or the toes, don't lift the chin. Pull that hip down, walk yourself down, lay that leg over the roller and pull the other side. Pull the knee in deep to the chest. Release that hip flexor. Stretch the leg long. Take the inhale, walk yourself up to the ankle, pull that belly deep, imprint that low pelvis, right? And pause right here. Keeping the leg lifted, we're going to take the hands behind the head. Pull the belly down. Shoulder blades bottom are connected, right? Chin is lifted. You're going to belly is super tight. Exhale as one leg comes up. Inhale as they switch. Okay. You're just doing that scissor, keeping the pelvis as still as you can and cradling the head. And we'll go for 4. And 2, and 1, hold it here. One leg lifted, other one reaching over the roller. We're going to do that helicopter. sweep the legs out. Other one comes up, pause. Switch sides. Keep that belly tight. Nice and slow. So leg, bottom leg sweeping around and then up. Top leg sweeping out and down. 2 more, belly tight. And last. Good. Bring those legs up, pull those knees in, and take a break. Good job, ladies. Okay, rock side to side. Let that tail come up and just give yourself a low back massage. And from here, I'm going to have you put your feet, arch the feet on that roller. Roll it in towards your glutes, sitting bone. Wrap the hands around it. So you could go to the edges of that roller or to the top. We're going to lift the pelvis and place it right underneath the pelvis. Okay. So our chest, head not lifting here. Keeping that pelvis stable on the roller, right? So we're not slumping. Find that kind of center of your backside of your pelvis. And we're going to bring one knee up to a tabletop. And then we're going to tap it down and lift it up. So as you tap, remember, you're not arching. And as you bring it up, you're not curling the ribs down. So we're staying on the right side. Don't switch yet. Belly tight, that's okay. And 4. Ribs are pulling in together. 3. Leg is heavy. Belly is pulling that leg up. And you got 2. And 1. Pull it up to tabletop. Hold it here. Extend the leg long. So you could be on the toes of that other leg. Pull the belly in. Lower the leg. Match it with the other knee. And pull it up. Start to go a little bigger. Lower than that standing or supporting knee. Pull it up. Inhale, drop it down. Don't let that arch happen. Pull it up on that exhale. 2. And 1. Bend that knee. Place that foot on the floor. Bring the other up to tabletop. Okay. So we're going to inhale as we dip the knee, left knee. Stay on the left knee. And feel how flat your belly is. Exhale to pull it up. Inhale, dip. We're not moving in that pelvis. Don't let it tip back and forth. Shoulders open. Chin a little bit tucked. And using that inhale to dip, exhale, tighten the belly. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it to tabletop. Pause. Extend the leg long. Drop it down just in line with the other knee and just kind of test. If this is your spot where you can keep control of the pelvis, just dip it down in line with the knee. Otherwise, go lower. Inhale, belly tight, ribs pulling in. And we're going to go for 3. Exhale brings it up. Leg is heavy. Don't let those hip flexors on the thigh come into it. Lift that leg up, bend the knee to tabletop, bring the other one up to a tabletop. Okay. So I'm going to bring my knees together. They're lined up right over my hips, but they might feel a little closer. We're going to take an inhale, dip both knees down. Don't go far. And exhale, bring them up. And inhale, dip. Exhale, lowest part of the belly is tight here. Keeping the pelvis from tipping back and forth. Got 3 more. And last one. Hold the knees up and pause here. We're going to add on to that. So dip your knees and pause. Extend the legs long. Pull them straight up to the ceiling. Toes reach back to tabletop. Inhale, dip. Exhale, extend. Take an inhale before you exhale and bring them up. That'll help tighten the belly. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale up. So take that little breath as you cover the leg. Inhale, dip. Exhale, straighten. Take that inhale. Exhale, pull them up. So that little hover. Don't worry about how low you go. Just exhale as you come up. 2 more. No tension in the shoulders. Reach them out long. Exhale them up. Probably added some. And last one. Extend and lift and bend the knees. Place the feet down on the floor. All right. We're gonna move on from that. So I'm gonna have you take the roller out from underneath the pelvis. We're gonna push it forward toward the heels. And I'm gonna have you come up to the arch of the feet. Okay? So roller under the arch of the feet. We'll start to do just a tiny bridge and then we'll revisit abs. Okay? Just a tiny bridge. Totally lying, by the way. So roller is really connected under the arch of the foot, and you're going to push down into the roller so it doesn't move away. You're going to take that inhale, and as you exhale, imprint the spine, let the pelvis tip, push down into the roller, and lift the pelvis up. From the top of that back or that spine, soften the back side of the ribs, pull the front side down, and roll. Should feel good. You should feel a stretch here. Exhale, roll it up. Squeeze into the butt. I don't want you to feel low back, okay? Squeeze tighter, and then exhale. Roll it up. We're gonna go one more time. Roll it up. Pause at the top. I'm gonna have you bring your left leg to a tabletop. Adjust your feet if you need to. Weight is going to the right. Lift that knee to tabletop. Pause here. Stabilize with your hands. Widen them if you need to. Nope. Open that left knee up. And exhale, bring it back. So as you open, make sure that hip does not dip down. And exhale, close. You should feel your belly. Inhale, pull it in, exhale. Two more. And last one. We are going right into the other side. So step the left foot down, right foot to tabletop. Stay there on that right leg. Open it to the side. Pull it in. Remember, keep those hips level with the ceiling. Exhale. Squeeze. Inhale. Inhale, dip. Exhale. We got two more. Pushing down into that stabilizing foot, squeezing that left butt cheek. And pause here in tabletop. Set that foot down. Adjust and organize and roll it down. Good. Nobody cramped. Yay. Hopefully that's good. Okay. We're going to extend the roller out again underneath the ankles. And we're going to pause right here. All right, so I want to keep my pelvis still and try to keep that neutral or an imprint without tipping. I'm going to lift chin to chest. So I want the arms reaching up to the ceiling first. I'm going to lift chin to chest and I'm going to hold it here. And I'm going to take my hands up in my head. I'm going to pause right here. We're going to inhale, drop the chest down, head down. Exhale, pull it up. Inhale, remember you're pulling that belly down and maybe up behind the rib cage. Envision that. Visual. Inhale. Exhale. So the roller can get away from you here. So we'll just watch. So chin to chest, hold it here. Pull the roller in and stretch it away. So a little push into the roller and adjust as you need to. Roll it out. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale. The hands are cradling the head. Okay. Exhale as you come in. Inhale as you stretch. We're going to combine those. Okay. So as you pull your knees in, you're going to pause right there. As the knees are in, I'm going to lower the chest, stretch the legs away. So I'm long here. Chest is going to lift, chin to chest. I'm going to pull the roller in. Exhale. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, stretch long. Exhale, pull. Keep out of that neck. Support your head. Come on one more time. There it is. And hold it here and pause. We're going to bring our left leg to a tabletop. You're going to rotate toward that left leg. Keep the elbows as wide as you can. You're going to extend both legs and pull both in and extend and pull. So the tiniest bit of pressure on that roller, the higher that extended leg goes, the less on the back. I know your roller can get away from you. So just adjust if you need to. Two. You're rotated, looking to the floor. There it is. Set that foot down, roll it down, take a quick break. There we go. Right leg to a tabletop. Rotate toward the right, hold it there, pull that roller in. Ready? Both legs extend. Reach, pull them in. Reach, pull them in, trying to keep that pelvis still, rotated just from the ribs. You're pulling the ribs down, maybe pulling that opposite left rib cage down deeper. 3 and 2 and 1. Bring it in, roll it down, knees are bent. Take a quick break. All right. Good job, ladies. Okay, so I'm going to have my roller under my arches of my feet. I'm going to pull it in closer to my sitting bones. And I'm going to go to my heels wide and external. Okay. So one of the hardest things here is to keep the roller still. So you really want to try to push down, right, into the heels. Toes are lifted. Connect with the heels here, widen the arms. Take your inhale, and you're going to push the pelvis straight up on an exhale. Press it up. Okay. So from here, you're going to lower it halfway down. You're going to squeeze it up. Inhale. Exhale. Push. Inhale. The higher you go, maybe you get into the back. So try to stay in the back or squeeze tighter. We're going to go for 4. Try to keep that roller still. Here's 3 and 2 and 1. Hold it up and pause. Flare the knees open. Bring them in. Flare them open. Keep your pelvis as still as you can. Go for 4. Squeeze it apart. 3 and 2 and 1. And bring those knees to that neutral. Set the pelvis down. All right. Good job, ladies. All right, everyone's groaning. Okay, stretch your roller out. I want to do that hamstring stretch again. But I'm going to actually have you bring it under the pelvis because this is a good one for the hip flexors. So let's roll it in, bring it back under the pelvis. If this stretch is too much and you feel an arch in the back, don't do it. Left leg, I'm going to keep on the floor, knees bent, pull the right knee in. As I extend my right leg into that hamstring stretch, I'm going to extend my left leg as well. So my left leg can hover or it can go to the floor, whatever feels good. I want you to open up that hip flexor, pull the knee in. I'm not bringing my foot to the floor, by the way, because it's too far and I feel like I arch. But if you don't get into that back, you can stretch that leg up. So the knee that you pulled in, stretch it up, reach through the toes of the opposite lower hovering leg. Pull the leg a little closer. Bend the knee. We'll stretch one more time and we'll add that flex. So extend the leg. Pause right there. It's all lined up with that right hip. Flex and point. And you don't lift your chin here at all. Okay, so don't do it. Point. 2 more. Pause here, pull that left knee in, set that foot on the floor with a bent knee. Now bring the right leg down, knee is bent to start. Pull the left leg in, knee to chest, left side of the body. Extend that other leg, right leg long, only extend as far as you feel that hip flexor stretch, and then stretch the leg long. Don't worry about a flex and a point yet. Bend that knee, take a quick break, pull that knee into the chest again, and stretch it out again. Hold it here, pull it a little closer, flex. And here's 2, belly is tight. And last one. Good. And bend that knee, pull the other knee in. Right here, take a break. Okay, I'm going to have that roller out from underneath me. And I'm going to roll myself up. Everyone loves that, right? Under the kind of ankle again, all right? Hands are up to the ceiling, shoulders pull down. We're just coming up to get up and stay. So you're going to tuck the chin to the chest. Reach, reach, reach for the toes. You did it. Sometimes after bridging, actually, your spine is a little looser. So it's nice. Okay, I'm going to bring that roller over toward my right side. Okay, and I'm going to get into position and we'll adjust as we go. So I'm not going to stay with my knees too big. I'm going to come down to my forearm. And there shouldn't be too much pressure on the shoulder, hopefully, but I want the shoulder lined up over that elbow. So you can hang on to the roller if you want with the hand, okay? Bottom knee is going to stay bent, and you can scoot back a tiny bit on your mat to the pelvis. So thinking of a reformer, right, we're kind of setting ourselves up like that. We're going to extend that top leg. So you can always support the head, okay, which is good. And I just want the ribs lifted. That's it. Light and hovering. You're going to bring that top leg forward and you're going to press it back with a flex. As you move it back, don't let the hips tip. Okay? Exhale, flex, draw it back, point and bring it forward. Flex, draw it back. Belly is tight. Point, bring it forward. Flex. So you're keeping it in line with that hip. You're trying to stay lengthened in the spine. Point and flex. And point and flex. And pull it back, okay? And we're going to start to lift that leg. So we're keeping that leg in line with the hip to start. We're going to lift it. It's tiny. And lower it down. Lift and lower. Belly is tight. You're squeezing that glute, that outer thigh to lift that leg. Leg is heavy. Okay? Ribs are not resting on that roller. Don't slump down. Keep the spine as straight as you can. Go for 3 and 2 and 1. Lift it up. Bend that knee. Knee is up to the ceiling. Okay, ready? You're going to stretch it straight out with a flex. Pull the belly tight. Push it out. Remember this. And point. Isn't that fun? And point. This is my favorite thing about mat, as I get to transfer it to the reformer. But if you do it in mat, it can be harder. Point. Flex it out. We got one more. Point and hold that leg long. Parallel the foot. Bend the knee in toward the chest and pause right here. From that bent knee, we're going to extend with a flex. Bend, bring it back in. Flex, push it out. Bend, bring it in. Remember the rib cage. Remember the long spine. Flex and push. We've got 4. Shouldn't tell you how many. 3 and 2. And last one, we're going to end with a finale. You know we are. Keep those ribs lifted. Keep the hips still. Pull the belly in and reverse it for 5. Get that leg in line with the hip. 2 and 1 and bend that knee. Good job, ladies. Okay, I'm going to stretch you out before we go to the other side. All right. Okay, so you're going to come up onto that roller. Oh, it feels so good. So the leg that you just worked, that top leg, that's the one we're going to stretch. So I come forward of my sitting bones. So fun. Getting everyone into this always cracks me up. Okay, so you're going to, I can make it so much graceful. What's happening here? Okay, so I'm going to support myself with my hands behind me. I'm going to bring my left leg, the one I worked, up to cross over that knee. Now I'm going to tip over to that left glute. Yes. And then roll back and forth. There's your roll out of your piriformis, your glute medius, and you're going to find a place for you sitting on this roller, feeling the weight of the body. I'm going to tip even more toward the left. Good. You feel it, right? Yeah. And make it big. Go all the way up that pelvis. Good. We're going to go a couple more. Murder. And there you go. Come up and we will switch sides. You guys are off. Okay. I'm going to come off that roller. Stretch it out. And I'm going to come back into that kind of mermaid position, right? And I'm going to come down to my forearms. Everyone's doing fabulous. All right, so the roller is there underneath the ribs to remind you not to slump down. Scoot your pelvis back to the back side of that mat. Bottom knee will stay bent and support your head with that bottom arm. This makes it way more comfortable. Okay, so we're going to bring that top leg up, line it up with the hip, pull the belly in, stretch the leg straight out from that hip joint. You're going to bring it forward with a point and a flex as you go back, and really pull it back behind you as far as you can without tipping the pelvis back. So you're almost pushing that top glute forward as you sweep the leg back with a flex. And take that little pause at the back and feel that connection to your butt. Inhale, point forward. Exhale, press it back. We're going to go for 6. Trying to keep that leg moving parallel with your floor. Belly is tight. Who's counting? Pull it back. Good. And 2 And one, hold it back there behind you, okay? I'm gonna lift it up and lower it down. Lift, so that top arm, you can take it to the roller, whatever works for you. Try to keep the ribs off that roller. Pull the belly in, not a big lift here. Good, 3, and 1, hold it there. Rotate the knee up to the ceiling, pull that foot in, almost like a clam position, right? But we're hovering. Flex that foot, push it straight out from the hip, bend, bring it back in. Flex and push, bend. So don't let those hips tip back, okay? Don't let the ribs go into that roller. Shoulders are down, spine long. 2, and 1. And pause, line the knee up in that parallel position with a bent knee. We're going to stretch the leg out with a flex from the knee. Bend, point it back in. Flex, remember the ribs, keep the belly tight. If your ribs are lifted, a little bit more into the butt. So you're kicking straight out in front of you, not moving that knee or that thigh. Good, belly is tight. And 2 more, okay? Reach. And last one, stretch it out and pause, circle. Yes. Reach, belly tight, shoulders still, spine long. 2, 1, and pause, reverse it for 5. Keep that belly pulling in. 2, and 1, bend that knee, come on down and stretch this side. Ladies, beautiful. We've done hard classes this week, so maybe next week we'll take a little break. I don't know. All right, in front of that roller, right knee cross, because I worked my right glute. The one, it's gonna feel really intense, right? And then I'm gonna take my hands behind me and I'm gonna roll it out. So if you have hip problems, sciatica, everyone was yesterday. This is the best stretch, even though it's that kind of hurts so much. Good. You are getting all deep into the meat.
You're right.
I know, isn't that crazy? Heavy, heavy. And I'm circling around whatever you feel, and I'm going all the way up, almost to the top of my head. All right, and I'm gonna have you guys come up. So hopefully you'll release some of this soreness. All right, I'm gonna have you come back to the right side with the roller. We're gonna bring our knees into a mermaid position, okay? So we're gonna bring that roller on a diagonal, okay? And I'm gonna take my right hand to the apex top of the roller and I'm gonna try to keep it centered, okay? My other hand can stay on my hip, can go behind the head. I'd rather it stay on the hip for me. Don't worry about this hip lifting and the bend in your knees is not critical, okay? So we're gonna face our roller. We're gonna pull our shoulders down. And as we press our roller out, the chest will lower, but I want you to connect with this whole sideline, okay? So you worked your obliques, now we're working the lats, okay? So pull your shoulders down, push into the roller, roll it away as you drop the chest, reach, reach, reach. So the roller rolls up to the elbows, you may feel a good stretch. And now as you pull it in, I want you to pull the belly deep around the spine, pull it in. So remember, the weight in your roller, and you can do the karate chop hands or flex, whatever you want. I like it kind of more on the side of my hands or outer part of my hand. And push, round, come in, sit up tall. We're going to inhale as we press, press, press into that roller, drop the chest. And exhale, round, push into the roller, come up, lengthen. Press it out. This is your lats. You would feel this. You will feel this. Pull it in, belly tight. I told you, we're getting ready for bikini weather 6 months earlier. Press it out. And round, pull it in. Sit up tall. For 3. And here's 2. Push, push, push. Round, come in. And last one, push it out. Drop the chest. Push, push, push away. Round and come in. Great, but we're not done. Roll it to the side. Stay where you are. We're going to go single arm, okay? Nothing crazy. I'll do a few, okay? So my other arm is going to reach out. My right arm in that position where I'm on the outer part of my hand, the pinky side. I'm going to curl up and all over as I push that roller away. Press, press, press. Get that big stretch, feeling good on that opposite side, but working on the under part of the obliques, and pull it in and press it out, up and over. Push that opposite hip, that top hip away. So maybe the stretch on the outer part of your sideline is taking your mind off of the under part that's working more. Pull it up, belly tight. Let's go one more time. And the range of motion is up to you. And pull it in. Good. We'll switch sides. We're going to do it again. All right. I know. I know, right? And this one is really repeating. Okay, so now my left knee is in front, my roller is kind of on a diagonal in front of that knee, my back leg is bent too, so little mermaid. Both arms, karate chop or flat on the palms. I like my hands on the outer side. Drop the shoulders. With a lengthened spine, you're going to press it out. Drop the chest. Maybe you're feeling that nice hip and glute stretch here. It's kind of a tricky one. Pull the belly in so you're getting a stretch and some work. Lengthen the spine, pull those shoulders down, push into the roller, drop the chest to the knee, round and come in. So the pressure in the hands is up to you. The pressure in the arms is up to you. Pull, pull, pull with the rounded curled spine and keep that belly as tight as you can. Pull it in. We're going to go for 2. Okay. Inhale. I think we've worked every part of the body this week. And press away. There's your last one. And pull it in. And now move that roller over toward the left and across your mat. So again, I like that palm facing forward, outer part of my hand on the roller. Reach that other hand up, out to repeat. Press the roller away. Push, 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 and round and curl. Really feel this stretch, you guys, because I know you worked this side, right? So hopefully it feels good. Reach up and over, pull that shoulder away, and come on. And let's up and over. Push into that roller. Don't worry about how far you go, okay? Up and over. If it doesn't feel good to go all the way out, okay? Belly tight. Don't forget that belly. And here's your last one. Everyone's working and rolling. Press it out and you're done with that. Good job. Oh, it's gonna feel good later, I promise. All right, so let's go into a little stretch. Okay, I don't want you to tell yourself. All right, so I'm gonna put the roller between my legs. This stretch is my worst stretch. It really bothers me to have my legs like this, but we're doing it. Okay, so you're seated as tall as you can. And if your legs aren't as long, maybe it's harder to get here. Press that roller out and don't worry about how much push you put into the drop. And just reach, 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 and try to let the shoulders come up to the ears, but you're pulling the belly back. You should feel kind of that low back stretch and then round and come in. Should feel good, right? Shoulders, yeah, right, inner thighs. And you go out as far as you feel like you're not overstretching, but I want you to round the spine, pull the ears or shoulders up. Around and come back. Let's do one more. Sit up. Push it away. Round that spine. Press that roller away. And round and come back. Did a great job, but we're doing something else. One more thing. Okay. So we're going to come up to the kneeling, but we're not going to stay there. Okay. So I'm going to roll my roller back to the edge of my mat behind me. And I'm going to step over, or take my knees over the other side, but I'm not staying on my knees, I'm going to my ankles. Okay? So I'm just going to come up to where my ankles, tops of my feet, not the, I know, getting in position is hard, I know. It is funny though, yeah, there you go. Find your spot, right? Okay, so you're in that perfect little kind of lined up, shoulders over wrist. A little bend in the elbows too, internal or forward, spread those fingers apart. I go a little. Okay, take that in. And on an exhale, you're going to hover the knees up. Hover. Okay? It's harder on a roller. You're going to push the top of that foot or that ankle into that roller. Make sure your shoulders are out of your ears. take a break here. Pull your belly in. All right, ready? We're gonna pull the knees toward the arms with a curl. Curl, pull them in. Maybe you're going to your toe and back to that starting point. Pull them in round, push down into the floor and bring them back. And pull them in. Oh, yes. And send it out. Can we go for 3? Good. Extend that spine. And here's 2. Yes. And last one. Find that hover position, set the knees down. You can open your knees up and get into this big stretch. Okay. Yes. Oh, would you go all the way to your shins? Oh. You know what? I actually internally rotate my legs when I'm on my shins. We have more. Okay, one more thing and then we'll finish with some stretching. All right, so back to that back side of your mat. Okay, top of the feet. Don't go up any higher up here because that is really. All right, yes. Okay, so starfish. Pull the belly tight, push into the floor, hover the knees, and instead of pulling them in, I'm going to send them out a little bit. I'm going to make sure I'm in my plank and I'm on the top of my ankles here. All you're going to do is lift the hips, pull the roller to the toes. Curl, pull it in, and press it away. Hike it up, pull the belly deep, press it out. Love me. I can't do that. Yes, you can. I know. And 2. And last one. And set those knees down. Open the knees. Oh, that's hard. Getting into position is the hardest part. Okay, you're stretching, you're opening your shoulders. Oh, feeling good. And then come down to our mat. I'm going to have you guys bring your feet in front of that roller. Everyone wants to stay now. I'm going to turn around. You guys see better. All right. All right, you guys, you're doing good. We're going to stretch, okay? So, all right, I'm going to have you roll it down. Come on down to your mat. Don't worry about the roller. Just put it underneath the knee. Okay. All right. So I want to do some kind of knee drop side to side. So you'll end up with your bottom knee on the top of the roller, hopefully. So I'm going to tip over toward that right. My right leg is going to rest on the roller. My shoulders are square. And I'm going to pull my top knee in toward my chest using my bottom arm. And the gentle press of that knee to the floor, pulling it in deeper, but don't push hard. Okay? Let it settle. Let your top hip lift a little more. Getting that rotation, trying to keep the shoulders down. And then nice and slow, take your inhale. And as you exhale, pull those knees back to center. And we'll go the other side. And we'll do that again on the other side. So roll, so that left knee is going to drop to the roller. My right hip is lifting. My top right knee is going to settle, and I'm going to pull it in toward the body with my bottom hand. I'm going to try to keep my shoulders down and just find that stretch. So pressing into the knee a little bit helps with that spine stretch. And then line those knees up. Take your inhale. Exhale, pull it back. I'm going to have you go one more time and we'll add something to that. So dip the knees over to the right, land on your roller, top left hip lifted, bottom hand pulling that knee toward the body, maybe a little gentle press down. My other arm is wide, kind of into a T or open away from my mat. I'm going to turn my head toward that stretched out arm on the floor. Take it in here. Exhale, bring it all back to center. We'll go one more time on the other side. So adjust if you need to. Dip the knees over to the roller. Let that bottom one rest. Bottom arm takes the top knee into the chest or down toward the floor. Getting that little rotation or twist in the spine. Extend that right arm out. It's on the floor. and turn your head toward that right arm. Make sure the shoulder is relaxed. And if this doesn't feel good, don't do it. And we're going to come up on an exhale and pause right there. So I'm going to have you bring that roller under the feet, okay? And we'll stretch it out. All right, so for anyone that doesn't want to roll up again, don't worry, use your elbows. But after these stretches, it kind of becomes easier, so I want you to feel that. So reach the arms to the ceiling, pull the shoulders down. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, tuck chin to chest. Reach, reach, reach for the toes, but pull the belly back. I can't. It's okay. It's okay. I want you to keep the feet on that roller, and I want you to forward fold the legs. Hands can go to the roller. Oh. Letting that spine relax. Letting every vertebrae open.
No, but
I was gonna say, I'm
no,
hot.
no, when I started.
Yes, yes, oh, yes.
Hands will ache.
Yes. Pull it in, doesn't that feel good? Yes, that's right. You warmed up. Okay, I'm gonna have you guys sit back to the edge of your mat, okay? And we're gonna just press ourselves up to a standing position. So your knees are bent. I'm gonna use the knuckles to push myself up, pull my feet in, and walk my hands kind of in front of my feet. Okay? So I'll just pop back a little bit. So my feet are parallel, my hands are on the floor in front of my feet. Don't worry about how deep you bend. Stretch the legs out. Okay? And if you're flexible, you draw the hands or bring the hands behind the calves or the ankles, and just gently draw yourself in. But I want you to relax the spine, and I want you to feel that whole back, side, body. And then bend into the knees a tiny bit. Take the hands back to the floor. I'm not going to make you do work here with this stretch. So bring yourself out to that plank. We won't stay long, okay? We're going to go up into the hip lifting and that pyramid shape. So shoulders pull down, flatten out the upper back. Push the hips up. Drop the chest, ears between the biceps. Push the heels to the floor. Let the chest drop down. Pull the shoulder blades together behind. And now I'm going to just bend into my knees, lift my heels up, walk the feet towards my head. Right in line behind my hands. I'm going to take an inhale. Knees are slightly bent or a little bit straighter, harder with the straighter legs. Pull the belly in and just start to rebuild the spine. Come on up. And as the head starts to come up, pull the shoulders down. Inhale. And press away. Doing one more time. Inhale, don't quit on me yet.